Hey everybody, Whitney Lamp here, and this week we are doing a vignette based on one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies, A Christmas Story, and I'll be featuring another miniature artist in this video. It's gonna be fun, you guys, so can I get a what? Okay, so like I said, we're gonna be doing a Christmas Story inspired room box, and I will be using this storage box, this Christmas storage box right here that I featured at the end of my Putz House video a few weeks ago, and I'm going to use this as a box that I could pack away. So this Christmas vignette is going to be something I could pack away and pull out every year, and the point is that it doesn't take up a lot of room, but every year I pull it out, I can set it all up and just really enjoy it for the Christmas season. Now this is the fireplace and the Putz houses that I showed last time, and I'm just kind of going to figure out where the best place is for this fireplace to be in the middle of the room, because in the actual movie the Christmas tree and the fireplace are in two separate sides of the room, but I'm going to put them together for this vignette. So unfortunately I'm going to be covering the plaid. I know a lot of you had mentioned I love the plaid inside this box in the other video, but I am going to go ahead and cover it. The outside of the box is also plaid, so I can still enjoy the plaid, but the inside could actually look like a room with wallpaper. So I am going to be using some of my leftover scrapbook paper that I have that I've used for other projects. I thought this plain color here, it's kind of almost a marbled effect, would be really good for the walls. It does kind of imitate what we see in the movie in this particular room, so I thought that that would be really great. Plus, it doesn't have so much going on that's going to take away from the scene itself. For the ceiling, I have this leftover scrapbook paper as well that I used in my Garfield dollhouse on the first floor ceiling, so I'm going to use a little bit of that to cover the top. And then for the flooring, I do have another scrapbook paper here that looks like a multi-wood color floor that I'll be using for the flooring. I am using my Grandma Stover's glue here. This is what I typically use for wallpaper. I will put the link in the description if you're interested in purchasing this. Of course, if you live in the Ventura, California area, we do have a excellent dollhouse shop that carries this also that you could pick up at Larry Ann's Small Wonders. So I'm just placing my fireplace. This was already pre-lit. Someone else did that. I just found it in this condition. So it should have a little light orange glow from the lighting bulbs that are already in there. So I'm going to run that wiring along the flooring, and then I will be putting some trim at the base to kind of cover and hide that wiring. Now let's talk about the leg lamp.
Ah, fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what I'd like to do for the leg lamp is I want to build that case that the leg lamp comes in, the fragile case. And so I'm going to make a very simple box here just using popsicle sticks, and I'm gluing those together using my ultimate glue. So you can see that I'm building 4 walls to look like a crate, and for the top and bottom I'm just going to simply use a little cutout square piece of balsa wood. And then I'm taking my permanent marker and I'm simply writing fragile across the front and also this way up at the top with an arrow pointing to the top to kind of mimic what we see in the movie. And I'm doing it on all 4 sides. It is on all 4 sides. And then what I've taken here is this is Spanish moss. It is like a vase filler, and I did purchase this at a garage sale for $2. It was worth the money because I've used it in numerous projects, and I'm going to use it as filler for the leg lamp. And then pretty much I'm done with the crate. I'm going to set it in the vignette. Not sure where quite yet, but we'll get to that. And let's talk about the leg lamp. So I do have this little table here. It's a fold out table. I already have a little mini hold on the top because this is the table that I use every Christmas in my Garfield dollhouse. So I have this ornament right here. This is a leg lamp ornament. It is a perfect scale for this, and this is made by Hallmark. This was a gift to me a few years ago. Go figure. Someone knew me perfectly and purchased this. And then this year, Facebook, of all places, recommended this leg lamp kit. And I thought, okay, sure, let me try this out. So I did purchase this off Amazon. Again, link is in the description if you want one also. They're very inexpensive. I, for some reason, thought that this kit was going to be something I needed to put together. Ironically, Jolene at Tiny Keyhole Minis also featured this in a little short that I saw recently by her. So I was really excited because I wasn't sure if it would meet the scale that I need, but I was pleasantly surprised. And then when I opened it, I found that the kit is not truly a kit. The leg is already put together, and I guess they mean kit because it also comes with this really cute sticker book. And it has a lot of of really great stills from the movie. So I was thrilled with that little extra bonus. And then all I had to do was simply open it up. It is slightly smaller than the Hallmark ornament, but still works perfectly for scale. And then all I had to do was simply switch it on. The battery was actually already installed also. So how cool is that? And then this is what it looks like when the lights are off. So it just glows perfectly, where of course the Hallmark ornament doesn't have a bulb or a light in it. So this one just felt like a better fit, and I love it. And hey, I'm not opposed to having more than one leg lamp in my house. So anyway, this is what it looks like. So basically for the vignette, the leg lamp and the crate are ready to go. Now let's move on to the Red Ryder BB gun that our sweet little Ralphie is just absolutely dying to have for Christmas. Tell me, what was that one thing that you absolutely wish that you had had underneath the Christmas tree? And did you get it? Did you not get it?
What would you like for Christmas?
Horrified, I heard myself blurt it out.
I want an official Red Ryder Carbine Action 2-inch range ball air rifle.
This piece right here was a printout I did and then just simply glued it to the balsa wood. And I always had it in the window of my dollhouse. I'm going to reuse that today and just take it to the next level, basically. So I have a piece of cardstock, cut out the corners and folded them in, and I'm going to make the base of the box to hold the Red Ryder BB gun. And then taking that top that I already had, and I'm just going to take some red construction paper and basically trim out the top so it looks like a true lid. All right, now I do have this rifle here, a miniature rifle. It looks close enough to the actual BB gun, so I'm going to use that as my gun. I'm not going to be making one today, but I did think it would be good to add the little BBs to the set. So I'm just simply taking a little bit of my scrapbook paper here. I'm folding it and I'm making it into a little bitty packet. And then I have these micro beads in silver, and they are a perfect little BB. So I'm just going to fill that little packet and then put that inside with the gun. And some rolled out, but I think that's good because then you can see that they're little BBs, and I think it really made it, it added a little extra to the BB package, to the BB gun package. Okay, so now that that is complete, I'm gonna go ahead and set that in the corner for now. It was the hidden gift at the end of Christmas, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert. And then what I'd like to do now, I wanna add a Christmas tree, but I also wanna add a wreath above the fireplace. When you look at the room, the mom doesn't have a huge amount of Christmas decorations like how we do today or how I do today. And so everything is kind of simple. The Putz houses are not in the movie, but they are perfect for the time period. So I want to create just a simple wreath with some candles inside of it, maybe some holly berries. And so I'm starting off with this garland, this mini garland right here. Again, another purchase that I made this year for several projects I've already used. You've seen it before if you've watched my other videos this season. I did, again, someone asked me where I got it, so I'm going to put the link for it also in the description below. I'm just simply making a circle, cutting a circle very simply, using my ultimate glue to glue it together. And then I have these tiny white candles already part of my stash. However, if I didn't have those, I would be using toothpicks, and that will make a great candle center for this wreath. Just cutting them down and painting them. I've also featured these little foam holly berries right here, greenery right here. I've used them several times this season for projects. They came in one of those Roll Life Christmas boxes that I had. Same with this gold strand. So I'm just going to use some of these items on the wreath. I glued the candles to a small piece of paper so that it would be easier to then glue inside the wreath. Glued that all down, added a few of my greenery around the candles, and then I'm adding a little bit more glue, and I want to show you how foamy these little, see how they just stick to your finger? Yeah, they really get away from you. So I just put them on my finger and then plopped them right onto that wreath. So a whole bunch of them came out and bunched up in weird places. So I'm just going to take my little toothpick and move them around and put them where I want them to go so it looks a little bit more even. And then I just took a little piece of that gold strand, added a little bit of the gold just to add a little bit of color and sparkle. And then I'm going to go ahead and just glue that above the fireplace. Couple added touches because I just can't help myself. I have some Crisbon candle holders with candles in green, so I'm going to put those on the fireplace also.
Okay, so for the tree, I made the mistake of waiting very late in the season to go get a tree from the hobby store, only to find that the shelves were bare, completely bare. And so I got online and I ordered this little Christmas tree right here, which is about 3 inches too short for what I want to do. Luckily, I had that garland. So the first thing I'm going to do is wrap the garland on the bottom of that little wood piece with my glue gun here, the magic of a glue gun. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting down some of my garland and then adding that to the tree to fill in all the way to the bottom of the wood piece right there. All right. Now that the tree goes all the way to the floor, the branches go all the way to the floor, it's already looking much fuller, but it still doesn't have the height that I'm looking for. So I have these little pieces here. You could use some wood chunks, extra wood pieces, whatever you have. I don't even know what these are. They were just part of a lot that I had, and I thought, well, maybe I should keep them as you do, as you hoard. And I thought this is a perfect time to use a couple of these. So I'm gluing those together to add some height to this tree. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the wood portion of the tree, which is just wrap some of that garland around it and then start cutting down my branches and gluing them to the tree. So now I have a tree that's a lot taller and works for the scene. Sometimes you just got to make do with what you have or what you can get your hands on. Okay, time to decorate. Again, Christmas trimmings at the old store were a little on the light side. I did find these glittery foam spheres, and these are not to scale. However, I thought they would still be really fun to have some really big ornaments on this Christmas tree, and so that's what we're going to use. I'm going to use the smallest ones inside this package, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'm just, again, using my hot glue gun to add all of the Christmas bulbs, and here's what we've got going on. Now, the tree in the movie is also very conservative in its decorations, as it would have been in the time. So I don't want to put too much on this tree, but I do want to add some lighting to it. I did grab a battery operated Christmas light strand, and it had these little wreaths on it, which were really cute. So I'm going to just go ahead and wrap those around the Christmas tree. And that's basically all I'm going to put on for decorations, except for this little tiny angel topper that I found. So at least it has a little topper. So let me go ahead and plug that in and we'll take a look at it. So there, it gives quite a glow. The strand itself, you can do like flashing and lights and all sorts of other stuff on it, but we'll just do the regular. So now we've got the leg lamp, we've got the fireplace, and now we have the Christmas tree that all light up. Now, Christmas morning in my household, we all unwrapped presents one by one, and we would watch each person unwrap and see what each person got. But there's something to be said about the way they unwrap presents in this household Christmas morning. What I wanted to create was kind of that unwrapped paper disaster at the bottom of the tree. In my household, my mom always had like a garbage bag, and she would be collecting the paper as we were unwrapping. And so we didn't really have this messy Christmas morning, which I personally kind of love. So let's create that messy Christmas morning. So I've taken a whole bunch of just little pieces of my actual wrapping paper in the house, and I'm just crumpling it up, and I'm going to throw it all over the base of the Christmas tree. And then I do have some pre-packaged gifts right here. I'm going to put some inside the Christmas tree because that was a lot more traditional to use the tree as a holder for gifts. So I'm going to put some of those inside it and then some of them underneath it. And the Christmas tree in the movie, I did not see a Christmas skirt at all, so I'm going to forego using one. Not that that would matter. A little red skirt would have been really cute actually in the vignette, but I don't think it's going to make a difference because you wouldn't see it anyway. And then just for the Red Ryder BB gun, I'm taking a little bit of the red paper and I'm kind of wrapping it onto the base of the package as though some of the paper is still connected, because he was just so excited to get it out that he didn't even fully unwrap the package. And then I'll just leave that at the base of the Christmas tree. Now, Ralphie gets the gun, which is the whole theme of the movie, his little journey, getting it and the dream and what happens to him after. But his little brother Randy, he's opening his gifts, and the only one that the movie focuses on is his little Zeppelin that he gets, and he seems to be very excited about the Zeppelin.
Wow! Whoopee! A Zeppelin!
And so I thought it would be fun to at least make a Zeppelin to represent Randy in the movie. So I'm just going to grab some of my polymer clay. I'm using my scrap polymer clay in white that I've gotten dirty or I've mixed it with other colors. And I'm just going to try to shape it into the best that I can into a Zeppelin. The main thing that was challenging is just getting the end to a better point. And I did do a little cross cut in the tail of it so that I could add a cardstock tails and fins to it. I went ahead and baked it along with 2 polymer clay wheels. The whole thing is going to be painted silver anyway. Now I've added my cardstock to it, and to be honest, it looks more just like a bomb rather than a Zeppelin. But you know, I'm not going to really be too hard on myself. It's Christmas. That's what it looks like. I've added the wheels now. I connected them with a piece of a toothpick. That's what I've got going on. And now I'm going to paint it silver. Added just a little bit of black to the wheels. And then I'm wrapping it with a piece of the wrapping paper, and I'm just going to lay it down on its side so that at least we have a little bit of Randy under the Christmas tree. Now, a couple other little additions I thought would be fun. Since that leg lamp came with that sticker book, I thought it would be really wonderful to use the family photo that's in there and go ahead and frame it out and put it on the wall behind the Christmas tree. I also found this little plant right here that's already connected to a little doily, and I thought I'd go ahead and add that to the leg lamp table. Okay, so let's talk about Ralphie. And of course, the very famous bunny rabbit pajamas, the pink nightmare.
I don't want to.
If you're not familiar with Lesley at Willinrow Arts, please check her out. I first noticed her, it's been some time now, but what caught my attention was she was sculpting these amazing characters from another one of my all-time favorite childhood movies, The Never-Ending Story. And you can see here some of her work. It's just absolutely beautiful. She's fun to watch. The channel is fantastic, but she does more than just sculpting. She does other fun things. But she reached out to me asking if I would like to collaborate with her on a project, and I was absolutely thrilled to do it. So I'll be doing some stuff for her for a later video of hers. But in the meantime, make sure to jump over to her channel and see the creation of what I'm about to show you, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. I'm about to open up the box that she sent me, and of course the first thing that I see is there's more in here than I expected. She's so sweet, she's so kind. She sent me this beautiful card, this pop-out Christmas gnome kit that I could make, a little Christmas story ornament, and then another adorable Santa Stop Here ornament too. And then last but not least, the absolute most amazing sculpted piece I've ever had the pleasure of holding. This amazing Ralphie in his bunny costume. I mean, is this not the most amazing thing you've ever seen? I asked her if she made more than one because I just feel like people will want to own this, and I honestly can't even believe that it's mine. I love it so much. She just hit the nail on the head. It's just mind-blowing. Honestly, I feel like I didn't do it justice. Like my room box did not do this sculpt justice. I feel like I need to scratch everything and start over. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. As always, it was my pleasure to hang out with you today. It's actually my birthday, believe it or not. So this was a really fun, special birthday gift to do this video and bring it to you and show off Lesley's work. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. I have some really fun stuff coming up for my goals for 2024. I cannot believe that it's already here. I hope that you're having a great holiday season. I hope Santa brings you everything that you could ever want. And remember, you guys, in this crazy life, it is the little things that matter.